All right, 783.
Thank you. Mr. Chair and members, AB 783 will prevent the unnecessary loss of employment by allowing medical or podiatric corporations to continue employee physical therapists as they've done for the past 21 years. Since 1990, the Physical Therapy Board of California has held that it was legal for physical therapists to be employed by corporations. But recently, the board reversed this policy and is now imposing immediate and severe penalties where physical therapists will have no choice but to quit their jobs or risk losing their licenses. About 80% of the 15,000 physical therapists in California work in offices of physicians and other health practitioners, hospitals, home health care services, nursing facilities, and not in private practice. This bill resolves an unintentional inconsistency in the law created by the Naturopathic Doctors Act of 2004, then by Senator John Burton, author of that legislation, has explained, and I hope that all of you have seen his support letter on the bill, that it was never his intention to exclude physical therapists from other professional corporations. The opposition, the California Physical Therapy Association, is using this technical oversight to dismantle the employment relationship that have existed for over 20 years and eliminate the jobs of thousands of physical therapists, thereby removing their competition. Their motivation here is purely profit. On behalf of Bill's many co-sponsors today, we have several representatives here from the Orthopedic Association, the Hospital Association, the Medical Association, and the Podiatric Association to testify in support of the bill. Thank you.
Let me just point out again, I know there are many here to testify, probably for and against. We'll take three on each side, and then everybody else will just do a me too. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'm just going to introduce my witness, who is a employed physical therapist, Tim Shannon, representing the California Orthopedic Association. We're a co-sponsor of this bill. I just want to underscore what the author has stated. If you had called the Physical Therapy Board 4 years ago and said, is it okay for a PT corporation or a PT to be employed by a medical corporation, they would have said yes. As a matter of fact, they would have said McDonald's, a general corporation, could hire a physical therapist. This was their policy. But because of a legislative council opinion that was issued in September, this has been called into question. This would not be so troublesome except for the fact that the Physical Therapy Board has taken a legislative council opinion and said, we are going to, this is what they were about to do in December of last year, send a letter to every employed physical therapist in the state, which would have read as following. The opinion, the Ledge Council opinion, is very specific and confirms the board's position on the legality of a physical therapist practicing in a professional medical corporation. Based on the confirmation of this violation, the board has begun enforcing the opinion of the Legislative Council. Since the board has received information you are providing physical therapy services within a physician's office, the board is advising you it is illegal to be employed in a professional medical corporation practicing as a licensed physical therapist. The board requests you submit a written plan by January 31st, 2011 as to how you intend to come into compliance with the law. Basically, you would have to terminate your employment. With me is Sharon Harrison. She is an employed physical therapist who has been an independent practice physical therapist from Orange County, and she will address our major concerns with this bill. The last thing I want to say is it's really important, in our opinion, that this bill pass this year, because if it is held up or fails, the PT board has indicated it is going to investigate and tell the physical therapists who are employed in the state, including those in Kaiser, and all those who have been doing it for many years, that they must quit. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sharon K. Harrison, and I have been a physical therapist for 12 years. Out of those 12 years, I have been employed by South County Orthopedic Specialists, a group of 9 orthopedic surgeons, for 8.5 years. My career has been stable and rewarding, and I have been able to provide excellent quality care to my patients. What we do have that many clinics don't is an improved level of communication regarding patients, their progress, changes in protocol, patient status, and we are able to get questions answered for the patients as well. I have been on both sides of the fence, owning my own outpatient private practice physical therapy clinic for over a year. I know how difficult it can be to acquire information regarding a patient's procedure, their protocol, or any exceptions to that protocol. My patients love that they can come in for a physical therapy visit, and if they are having any issues whatsoever, I'm able to discuss this with their physician. I can ask the doctor if there was anything done differently in surgery that would change their protocol. There is no question that we provide excellent quality care, and this is evidenced by our discharge outcomes and the fact that patients come back to us time and again for any and all of their issues. Patients appreciate the professionalism, and they feel even more confident in our capacity because the physicians are confident in our capability. If this bill is not passed, I would lose a stable job that I have dedicated myself to. My patients would lose out on an excellent level of service that they may not otherwise get. At a time when many clinics are being forced to see more patients in less time due to decreasing rates of reimbursement, I am still able to spend quality time with my patients. I would like to retire in my current job, having provided loyal service to our corporation. I have enjoyed the professional relationship that I have with these orthopedic physicians, and I am proud of the respect that they have for what we as physical therapists are capable of doing. With regard to the matter of inappropriate referral, the chance of referral to our clinic is just as high as it is to any other clinic. It is based on insurance and geographic location. In fact, the likelihood is the same that fraudulent relationships may be created even when a physical therapist is not employed by a medical corporation. Those that will participate in inappropriate professional relationships will do so regardless of any employment relationship. Either you have ethics or you don't. The relationship I have in being employed by a medical corporation is purely positive, and the level of quality care that we are able to provide, and it is the patient who benefits the most. I adamantly support AB 783. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman and members, Barry Broad on behalf of the Teamsters, organized labor, there's other unions here, the State Fed, SEIU, AFSCME, that strongly support this bill. We don't believe, look, people can leverage legislation. That's what this is about. This is not about anything but leverage. The other guys want to get their independent practice bill, and frankly, we don't care about their independent practice bill. What we do care about is it's not right to play politics with real people's lives. Thousands of real people. And what somebody has done at this out-of-control physical therapy board that is way too close to the people it regulates, way too close, is decided to move aggressively based on alleged counsel's opinion, which isn't binding on anyone, not even the legislature, and declare that that is the law, and order people at sufferance of being disciplined or potentially suffering criminal prosecution to quit their jobs. Tens of thousands of them quit their jobs. And yeah, you can say, well, maybe in the end they'll win a lawsuit. In the meantime, what about the tuition they have to pay? What about the mortgages they have to pay? This is their lives. And I don't think any of us should be playing with people's lives because of politics. If there's some independent practice thing they want to get, it should rise and fall on its own merits. They shouldn't be leveraging regular people for this. The rest of it, all this talk about, referrals and this and that is all a red herring, clearly, because the same issue exists in a doctor's office or Kaiser or anywhere else, whether the person that you're referring the patient to is an employed physician, an employed nurse, an employed physical therapist, an employed lab tech, an employed psychologist, an employed psychiatrist, an employed osteopath. It doesn't matter if they're employed, that they still can't render inappropriate service. And so there is absolutely no reason for this bill not to pass. It is a technical amendment. This bill should be flying through the legislature. It's one of the most amazing irrationalities of all time that a bill like this could be producing a crowd like this. We urge an aye vote. Thank you.
Any other witnesses in support? Name only, please. We can't have. We have three?
Hi, Teresa Stark on behalf of Kaiser Permanente. We are strongly in support of this bill.
My name is Dr. Jennifer Souders. I'm a physical therapist. I own my own private PT practice, and I receive the majority of my patients from physician-owned practices. That is, they own their own PT clinics, and they refer to me a bulk of patients.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Connie Delgado with the California Hospital Association, pleased to be in support.
Monica Miller on behalf of the California Chiropractic Association in support. Thank you.
Ryan Spencer, the California Medical Association. We're the other sponsors of the bill. Thank you, the author, and ask for your support.
Any other opposition? I'm sorry, support. You need support, sorry.
Sue Bowles, occupational therapist. I'm